And next up, we have Team 11, series naming. All right.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Ross. I'm with Cuvera. We've got a team here on series naming, standardizing the series names within a DICOM study. The problem that we are faced with is that each of these, all the series in the study are kind of named from either the technician or they have a default. And so we don't have consistency, and it's sometimes difficult to identify which series we need to look at when you're reviewing the various series. And so you have to kind of dig in and look at them in order to get what you need. So we, with the help of Kent Hudson and Ross Felice, they kind of outlined a script of how to of what are the salient fields and attributes within a series that would contribute to a consistent naming convention. And so they kind of presented this information. We actually had 3 different developers kind of join, and we have an implementation in using PyDICOM, one using the Cuvera interface engine, and one kind of as a plugin in OrThink. So
hi, so can you hear me fine? Yeah. So we are going to present the problem statement in a little bit more detail and show you the solution. And the goal of this presentation is not like we have not reached the solution end goal yet, but it is a framework under which we can solve this problem over the next year and hopefully reach there. So there are, as Mike mentioned, there are 3 solutions, and the first one is the one that is based off PyDICOM. So here's the thing, there are several key component information that is present in the DICOM headers, like body part examine, modality, acquisition plane, slice thickness, and then some optional information like whether if it is a CT, it is a non-contrast or contrast, and for MSK cases, the laterality of the radiograph. And the design principle was that we will look into all the DICOM tags, and here I have just listed out a couple of them to show where we are extracting this information from. So for example, contrast information is available at that DICOM tag, and then slice thickness and modality, and many times it happens that there are conflicting information available in these DICOM tags. So we are building this framework where we can resolve these conflicts in a nicer way so that we can come up with a nice series description. And before going into the code, I'd just like to thank Kent Hudson and Ross Felice for creating this extensive spreadsheet where they have collected data and DICOM series names from bunch of institutions and sort of given a framework under which things can be developed. So this is just an example of that. And yeah, as I said, these are some examples of the conflicting information. So series names might contain some body part information which is totally different from body part examined. So for example, it might say abdomen chest, whereas the body part examined is chest, and it's an abdomen CT. Reformat plane, whether it's axial, coronal, or sagittal, different DICOM tags will have different information. And whatever code that you have, if it works on one data set, it's definitely not going to work on the other data set. And the framework is that it's an ever expanding standard. So the goal is we'll make this code base public, so anyone can copy it and try to run it on their data set and see if there's a problem, they can update it, and then we'll have a conflict resolution and solve it. So I'll quickly show the demo. Let me just yeah, So here is, yeah, can you see? So here is, so if I run it and you can, so it's based on hackathon data set. So it parses through, goes through all the files and folders and suggest a new series name. So for example, here it is written abdomen 50 B20F6, which is might not be very useful, but from the DICOM header, we found out that it is on axial plane chest and there are thick slices and it is the primary acquisition. And similarly for the other ones. And Stephen Scotty has made an Orthanc, let me, no, let me, I'm sorry, I think I'm running out of time, but he has made a Orthanc based implementation where you can just query the series name and it will respond you back. So there are different implementation of it which is available, and most of it will be made open source so people can copy and try on their data set, and we'll come up with a conflict resolution. And yeah, thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Any quick question from the judges?
Yeah, just one quick question. What is the intention of this? What problem were you trying to solve? Initially, I thought that it was have something to latch on for display purposes, hanging protocol type things. But couldn't you do it directly by querying the tags instead of encoding it into the series name?
Yeah, so so that's another question, because like when you are doing acquiring the data for us, like you get the whole study, right? And like, but you will do, like, for example, AI prediction on a particular series. How do you identify that series? So if the names are standardized and there is localizer and then there is like CTE and all these other different series, so you can identify the particular series on which you can do AI prediction. So it helps you filter the particular series that you acquired on which you can do AI predictions and further downstream tasks.
So
Yeah.
you're reducing the DICOM tags to.
Yeah,
Tag,
to identify
so that
the
you can
exact
then use
series on which,
language to-
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Team 11.